Welcome to this episode of Bedroom Forensics. Now, Christmas isn't too far away, so I've got a Christmas jumper on. And this episode is all about how to stay safe online. Now, although many of us can't leave our homes, it doesn't mean that we are safe from criminals. And cybercrime isn't just about stalking and high-end hackers in banks. We can all be taken in by something, and especially at this time of year, and especially if we're in a rush. So, as I said, let's keep safe this Christmas. So where shall we start? Firstly, let's talk online shopping. Now, I, for one, love a bargain. And there are some sites out there that show great deals, but not all sites are real. Not all products are real. And worse, some shipping dates take months. So you need to make sure that you're putting your card details into a secure payment page. If it's insecure, then they could be taking more money from you. To find out if the website you're heading to is real, you can find out on www.getsafeonline.org. Now, if you do think your money has been taken out of your account, then get onto your bank ASAP. They will be able to stop further payments and may even be able to get your money back. But it isn't just websites where those naughty scammers can ruin your Christmas. They rely on you to have spent more than usual this month, but maybe you aren't on top of deliveries or your statements, and they are quick to get in there and get their money. So they swoop in with calls, text, emails, tell you to click here to track your delivery, or call you to say that your bank needs to move money because of a recent purchase. Now, I have had chums that have been swindled on one of these phone calls, and actually not that long ago. And although the initial reaction is always, oh my God, such idiots, they tell me that the fake bank has details that makes them confused. Like, they know the exact amount of the last purchase and their house address. So they're in a rush and they want to get through this because they think something's happened on their bank card. So they quickly give all the details and then it's too late. So remember, these people are clever, but if you do have any concerns, just put that phone down, ignore that email or that text. And don't click on anything in an email that asks for verification if you haven't gone through the website yourself. Usually you can look at the sender address and there is something a little off about it. Maybe it's from paypal@gmail.com. So always double, triple check. Now, after all that, and you've made it through the buying of presents for you, it's about the delivery emails and delivery calls. And now this is also a chance for scammers to get in the mix. They phone or they email and they say, oh, we didn't get the right postage, so can you pay this? Nope, no thank you. Call that delivery company back, and it's likely you'll find out that they never did call in the first place. Double, triple check. So Christmas comes, and if you're lucky, you may get a phone, a tablet, Alexa, or whatever the alternatives are. And it's time that you keep your devices secure from the moment you turn them on. Now, most new products do come with security software these days, but there's no harm in getting some if they don't, or you've got a second-hand device. First thing you should always do, though, is add a PIN or a passcode as soon as possible, and just don't tell anybody, although if you do forget, it's probably good to maybe write on a piece of paper and post it. Now, many tech people suggest downloading updates to operating systems /apps/software as soon as they come out. Now, I personally am in two minds about this. Many an update has been a bit screwy. Yes, I am looking at you, Apple. So although I do like to update my computer, I do have a read online about updates first and how they've affected other people before I will update things. And of course, if it's security updates, then yeah, don't risk it. But it's up to you. Use your common sense. And as most products these days are connected to the internet, you want to make sure that, especially if you're at home, your Wi-Fi has a good password. And that's to make sure that it's secure and encrypted. And also on all your devices, try not to have the same password, because if a hacker does get in, you might as well make it a little bit difficult, right? Of course, not all your devices are going to be kept inside. So when you're outside in the real world, then the Wi-Fi may not be secure as the one you have at home. And some are fake. Weirdly enough, I never thought about fake Wi-Fi, but apparently 25% of all outside Wi-Fi is fake. Who knew? Some of these fake Wi-Fi sites ask you for details you do blindly put in, and then they just take your info and have access to your device, and you may not even realise. It's also really hard to spot these dodgy connections. I, for one, am always running out of data, so any hotspot is a thirst trap for me. So I do feel the pain of trying to keep your device secure while updating Instagram. But there are some tips though. Always check your exclamation point next to the Wi-Fi name, and if it's anything but dodgy, avoid. And if they get online via this fake Wi-Fi and it's slow and unresponsive, get out, delete. Also, if it seems weird that the name of the Wi-Fi is similar to the pub/cafe, but one is secure and the other is not, then avoid the free one. Not everything with the name free in it is that. For example, if I go to Costa Coffee and it's Costa Coffee encrypted and it's Costa Coffee that says free, probably ask if they've got a password. Now, speaking of social media, it's hard not to overshare, and we all do it, and thieves love to watch. So if you are putting up pics of your new Christmas presents and they include a Rolex and a BMW, it's not hard for someone to scroll back, probably see a picture of where you live, where you go out, and what you do, and suddenly your whole life is an open book for them to tear a page out of. And just because you aren't rich doesn't mean people don't want what you have. They may take your lifestyle, steal your pictures, set up a fake account, and make lonely people fall in love with them and scam them. There's all sorts of things, so just be aware, don't overshare. If you love yourself some gaming and your console is connected to the internet, then there's always a way in for the Grinch. Some basic do's and don'ts on gaming. Don't give away personal information. That includes passwords, emails, home address, or even your age. Don't download cheats or pirate copies of the game. It could be a virus or some spyware, so be careful. Don't buy stuff from the chat room, and be wary of loot boxes and the like. Do have a good password, and do choose a username that isn't personal. In a nutshell, to stay safe, be secure. Check your privacy settings, change your passwords, make them strong, and don't overshare. Oh, and have a great Christmas!